Hey guys, it's been almost a week since 4.4, and I'll talk about some buffs that the Archer class received in the form of new items. Are these items a game changer for the class? I'm going to say yes, they are. Especially the new enchant Rend, which we're going to start with. So what does Rend do? Grants your bow a left click ability that rips out the arrows from nearby enemies and deals up to 25% of your last critical hit for every arrow in the target. So it has a 2-second cooldown. So I'm going to assume, I'm not entirely sure, if someone knows, please comment below, that you can have at least 10 to 20 arrows in a mob. I'm gonna go with 20, so it's a nice number. And let's say you're at your max crit hit is 200k. So that makes your 25% hit of it 50k. So if you have 20 arrows in a mob, that means when you rend, you're gonna be hitting a mob for 1 mil. Now, will that be applied to a damage reduction? I'm not sure, but if you can smack a mini boss in 1 mil, that'll kill most of them at a certain point where they won't be able to regen. So that is pretty good. I have not seen this in practice. I'm not an archer, unfortunately. I'm just thinking of trying it out. But I'm sure there's some good archers out there that can attest to this, that actually play the class. Next is the Boomerang. Now this thing is a hit and a miss. It has really good stats. If you look at the dungeon stats, it's really, really good. But how good is it actually? Well, it has a big flaw. So as you guys can see, it shoots a little projectile that comes out and comes back to you. Pretty cool, right? Pierces enemies, awesome. But here's the issue. If it hits a block, it doesn't come back to you. So that's kind of an issue. So when you're in the dungeon, there's walls literally everywhere. So you're kind of disadvantaged using this item. Now it's nice to throw, it can pierce up to 10 enemies, do some good damage, stuff like that. But it's not that big of a game changer. But in an open, boss fight, this thing would definitely shred the boss, especially pretty helpful in the floor for a boss fight with all the enemies, where it just pierce 10 foes, or as it's in the description at least. It does double damage coming back, so this thing will hit like a truck. Especially if you're archer, it will kill off a lot of the the ads. So keep that in mind. If you're archer, you'll definitely rake in the XP, or the, defeating the enemies at least, and get that sick combat XP that mages get from this item. And the last archer item addition is the Spirit Bow. Now this thing is really, really good. Now you might look at it now and be like, wow, it has less stats than Mosquito, and yes, it does. But actually look at the dungeon stats. It gives you, for me, currently 500 damage and 234 strength, which is much higher than the Mosquito Bow, even with the ability active. There is also the skill deals plus 2% damage to undead monsters for every 1% missing health. Most of the time, players are missing anywhere from, 10 to 50% health. So that's easily 20 to 100% bonus damage you'll be doing anyway, which already super exceeds Mosquito Bow. So this thing is really worth picking up. It's not too expensive either, especially for your archer. You can get the highest crit you can probably get with this bow too. So that'll make your Rend enchant even better. There's also, the Infinite Quiver, which this got patched in like a week or so after the release of Catacombs. Really good item, definitely put on your bow. So is the archer class good now? I wouldn't say they are. I still hear about a lot of people shunning archer classes, especially in Party Finder. But I don't think it should be the case, especially if they have some of these new items, because these things smack. Hopefully, Healer gets some items soon, because that class is not getting any love. Mage got a new item, Archer got a new item, Tank got a new item. Berserker, I don't think, did they get anything? I don't think they got anything, but they can use tank stuff. Archer already has some cool stuff. Healer is still left in the dirt, but that's a whole other video topic. So if you're listening, stop shunning archers. They have some really cool items and can do a lot of damage to any bosses. Currently, Berserker can kind of handle them. Mage can do it too, but they're a lot slower. So if Archer is really a mini boss killer, which they should be with Machine Gun Bow and their ability and just Rend, that would be really awesome. But on that note, I think we'll wrap it up here. Also, if you're new, maybe think about subscribing. We're almost at YouTube rank, less than 1,700 subs away, so help support the channel. Get us that red name so it can be a red ice spam in our chat. That would be awesome. If you got any opinions as well, if you think Archer's not that good, also comment below. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys next time. Bye.